Welcome to Empathize Others, the podcast. On this journey, we are going to be squarely focusing on the people in our community, the people around us who do things for other people, empathize other people. And that may seem like a small thing, but I know in our day-to-day lives, we have so much time that we spend with our children, with our family, with our significant others. And then we go to work and we spend time with our colleagues, and then we bring work home. And there's a lot of that flow that we have to our lives. And so I grew up in a household where my parents were both very community oriented. And anyone that knows that would know that that means that after supper, nighttime, weekends, they had things to do. They were out helping other people. And so Empathize Others is a company that I created that is around talking to people about how do you empower other people? How do you support other people? How do you educate other people? And when I say other people, I mean people outside of your regular frame. And that's not an easy ask. And so I really wanted to create a space where those people that do this work are highlighted on my podcast. And we ask them, why is this work important to them? How they do the work. And third, and most importantly, is in what ways can the audience that's listening to the podcast go, that's really interesting. Or even more importantly, I can do that. And so Empathize Others, the podcast, each episode will be a guest. And the guest on the A side is usually someone that has some social media presence, has done things that have been in the media, on the news, etc. We're not on the A side. We're on the B side. So even when we bring the guests and you see a name and you click on that podcast, what you're going to hear is the inner workings of why they do the work they do. And a lot of times, this work is volunteer work. And that's what I find so beautiful about these people, is that it is not, we often work for pay. So when you're giving your extra time and your effort and your energy and your what you know about the world, and you're trying to give other people in your community a piece of what you know so that they can rise and they can accomplish things. And through their knowledge, they're able to navigate things that are helping them with housing, with their identity, with finances, with sports, with equity issues, with community issues. And so when we get to this podcast and you really get into it, you're going to find that the empathizing of other people is actually the direction that we have to go as humanity at this time period. It's widening your scope. It's realizing that if we are going to go forward, we have to make sure that we are doing things outside of our realm, and we're doing things sometimes outside of our comfort zone. And when we do that, it's almost that proverb of it takes a village to raise a child. And so we're all implicated in that. And what we'll find interestingly is that the people that we will talk to will usually be people that, and we do talk about their beginnings and how they got into it. And there were usually people that were immersed in community for whatever reasons from the beginning, whether it was their parents, whether it was the place they grew up, whether it was the identity that they came to in their teenage years that led them to say, hey, I'm in this community. And so when we talk to these people, there's an interesting piece too, because community has a physical space, your neighborhood, the houses that you live around, the rec centers that are in your area. We all know that's community. That's the regular way we think of it. But there's another piece of community. There's this social, emotional part of your community that people you identify with, people who have some of the same struggles, people who you identify with and you want to make sure that they grow because you're growing. And so we will often see that each of our guests will talk about this physical community, but there's also sometimes the physical community and emotional community match up. Sometimes they don't. But there's always this sense of empathizing other people. So I want to welcome you to this journey. I want you to come here with an open heart, an open mind, an open space to hear what people are saying. And you'll see that things often get emotional. And I'm asking questions that are trying to open up our guests and honor them for the work that they do, because you will see that I truly admire the work that these people are doing. And I would like you to admire the work that they're doing. But more importantly, I would like you to know that you can do the same work too. Welcome to Empathize Others, the podcast. Thanks for watching this episode of Empathize Others, the podcast. We hope that you really enjoyed the show. If you're enjoying the podcast series overall, as much as we enjoy making it, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow, and when you subscribe, you'll know right away when our new episodes are released. Did you know you can also listen to Empathize Others, the podcast, on audio platforms? You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and almost anywhere quality podcasts are found. We hope to see you there too. And if you'd like to learn more about Empathize Others overall, please visit our website at www.empathizeothers.com. Follow us on Twitter at Empathize Others, or catch us on Instagram at Empathize_others. Thanks again for listening to this episode. I'm Augy Jones.